evening and a very warm welcome to the National Indoor Arena here in Birmingham and to another of our quarter-finals. Now, tonight's four contenders will all be familiar faces to you, but by the end of this evening's show, only two will be able to go through to our semi-finals.
That's right, Ollie, and the two who win today still have to come back two more times before they get their hands on those fantastic prizes. And you all remember what they are, but let me remind you again. £5,000 cash each.
Woo!
A holiday for two at the Atlantis Holiday Complex on Paradise Island in the Bahamas. Plus, one of these fabulous off-the-road, four-wheel drive family vehicles.
And there's more. Each of our runners-up will each walk away with £2,000. Not bad. So let's meet our quarter-finalists. They are Mandy Beecher
and Sonya Walker.
I suppose I should say welcome back, Mandy. How are you feeling?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Remind us what you do and where you're from.
I'm a detective constable and I work for the Metropolitan Police in London.
A few people there. Now, when you first entered Gladiators, did you just sort of enter for a bit of a laugh, for a bit of a joke, fairly light-hearted?
That's exactly what it was, really. It was just to see whether I could do the fitness tests. But once we got through that, then it started to get a bit more serious. But it has been fun as well, I must say that.
So a little bit of seriousness and a bit of fun. And how are you feeling about tonight?
A little bit nervous. I'd just like to get on with it, really.
Well, I'll let you do that. Mandy Beecher.
Now, Sonya, you and your husband Eugene, you run a gym in Lancashire. You've got 3 children. What are their names?
Louis, Lucian and Jules.
And are they here in the audience today?
Yes, they're over there. I'm giving them a good wave.
Good, just giving you a lot of support. And what have you been doing since the last show?
I have been sat in my room being terrified for the next show.
Really? Well, the first one was quite a while ago. Don't tell me you've been nervous all the way through.
From the moment I finish the first one, you feel good, and then you think, oh my God, I have got to go back and do it all over again. And believe me, it is terrifying out here.
I don't think people realise just how nerve-wracking it is with 14 million viewers all watching you.
Is that all?
That's all. But you'll do it. Off you go, Sonya. Get yourself ready. Let's hear it for Sonya Walker.
Guys, they are Mark Everitt
and Lawrence Jean-Baptiste.
Welcome back, Mark. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm ready for it.
You're looking very, very relaxed. I mean, remind us just briefly what you do and where you're from.
Well, I'm from Boston and I work in a factory making pillows, quilts, curtains, etc.
Ooh, lovely. Got a few fans here tonight?
Yep, Boston, over there.
Just they went a little bit quiet. I wonder where they'd gone. Now, I was just talking to Mandy and saying that things are getting a little bit more serious now. Do you get that atmosphere backstage as well?
Yeah, well, in the heats it was more relaxed, good atmosphere, nice and relaxed, but now it's the quarter-finals. The heat's on a little bit more, so everybody's a bit more focused.
And of course, you're getting sort of closer and thinking about the prizes at all, or?
Certainly are, yeah.
Well, listen, I hope you do very well tonight, but I'll let you go off and prepare for the first game. Let's hear it for Mark.
Now, Lawrence, you're a dancer, you're a model. How has your life changed since the last show?
It's been very interesting, actually. The phone hasn't stopped ringing. I've had offers for work already. It's looking good, and hopefully, as I've done in the past, I'll get more pantomime work as well.
Great stuff. Are you confident you'll get through?
I'm very confident I'll put up a damn good show and more than likely be there in the final.
Great stuff. Off you go. Get yourself ready. Let's hear it for Lawrence Jean-Baptiste.
So hopefully the girls should be ready for their first event. So here it is.
And using the blue balls, it's Sonya. And using the red, it's Mandy. And guarding those baskets, it's our gladiators, Lightning, Vogue, and Falcon.
A triple treat were tough to beat.
Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready!
Yes!
Good. Well, let's get on with the show then.
3, 2, 1.
Let's play ball. Mandy on Lightning. Tackles the detective. Falcon on Sonya. Big takedown. Mandy reloads. Vogue. No, just stand there. Let's go to it. Bring it down. There's nothing to it. Lightning with a flyer on Sonya. First time on Powerball for both Sonya and Mandy. Mandy facing Lightning. Lightning wins it. Sonya denied by Falcon. It's 2 points for each basket. 3 for the centre. As yet, no points scored though. Mandy, Vogue marks her out of it. Sonya unlucky with the rim shots. These girls know they're in a battle. Mandy reloads. Oh, head-on crash with Lightning. It's better to go round the Glads than straight through them. Sonya back to reload. Now feeling the pace, but Vogue relentless. Oh, Falcon wrestling the detective to the deck. Sonya reloads. Time going down. Oh, and so Sonya. Excellent performance by Falcon, Lightning and Vogue. A real dream ticket. And neither contender getting to grips with this event, but the Glads got to grips with them. Here's Fash.
Well, Sonya, it doesn't get any easier.
That was hard.
Did you think at least you might get to one basket?
At least I thought I would have got 1 point at least, but no, these too good today, very good.
Long way to go, no points, unlucky Sonya. Mandy, how did you find that? A few tumbles as well?
Yeah, that was the first time up on Powerball. Same as Sonya, really. I thought I'd get a couple of points, but they were just excellent marking. As soon as one was down, they had very good tactics and they were there again. It was so hard.
See, the closer you get to those fantastic prizes, the tougher the Gladiators get. Unlucky Mandy, no points.
Justin, Mandy's brother, generous with the applause. The Gladiators not so generous on the pitch. No balls in the basket, so no points on the board after one event.
So moving straight into the real heavyweights. And using the blue balls is Lawrence. And on the red, it's Mark. And guarding those 5 baskets is 3 of our largest gladiators, Raider, Rhino, and the mighty Warrior!
The muscle with which the contenders will tussle. Those who scorn wish they weren't born when they take on this brawn.
Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready!
Well, I have to agree with that, whatever they said. So, Mark and Lawrence, 60 seconds of hustle and tussle. Lawrence leads Raider for dead, 2 points. Mark scuffling but not scoring, rebukes the Rhino for holding. Lawrence, Warrior, all tackles himself. Rhino finishes off. Mark, Raider, can't stop him, 2 points. Mark on the scoreboard, but as you saw just then, these Gladiators will have the shirt off your back. Oh, Mark on Warrior and Rhino. Very cheeky. Warrior throws him down in disgust. Mark's audacity will not go down well with the big ones. Raider puts the brakes on him. Oh, unlucky, and unlucky for Lawrence. Rhino charges him down. You can see where Warrior ripped his vest. Mark goes back to reload. Oh, crushed between Warrior and Rhino. And still Nelly sneaks one in. Oh, Lawrence. Bit of a nippy tackle there from Raider, but John missed that one. Mark plotting his next piece of impudence. Reloads. Kicks into gear, and Raider can't match him. 2 points. Mark Everitt. You just never know what he's going to do next. There's the whistle on one of the toughest and most unorthodox Powerball events in a very long time.
Well done, Mark. Hard, that is tough. I don't think we've seen anything tougher than that for a long time.
Yeah, it's a tough game, but not the fairest of players, but that's the name of the game, isn't it?
Mark, I've got to say, I don't know what you're thinking about. You tried to run between Warrior and Rhino at the same time. Did you really think you were going to get through?
It's worth a try, isn't it? I mean, what more can you do?
Well done. You got yourself 4 points. Well done. Lawrence, I see you've met the Gladiators, eh?
You're not wrong, I've met them. But I got 1 point and there's a start. There may be more. But there were times I felt, slightly outnumbered. Only for a second. Only for a second. It was good fun. Enjoyed it.
Tell me, when you lined up there, did you expect it to be quite so physical?
Yes, I did. I was prepared for it. You can only do your best, and I did that.
Well, let me surprise you, because you got 2 points. Well done, Lawrence. Let's have a chat with our gladiators. Raider, Rhino, Warrior, great performance again. Talk us through it, Raider.
Well, John, a couple of very strong guys, quick, nippy. They got away a couple of times, but when I held them, I dropped them.
Rhino, did you expect them to be quite so strong?
Oh yeah, they look good, and that's what we like. We like a tough game, and that's what we wanted. We come out here to hit hard.
Mark did say something about not being fair. I don't know what he meant, but he didn't make a remark like that.
No idea. We're just out here to play hard and play tough.
Looked all clean, strong tackles to me.
Well, I don't do no high tackles. You didn't see no high tackles. Nothing wrong with the tackles I've done.
Warrior?
Let me just say, John, these guys are here playing for nearly £20,000. And I tell you what, by the end of the fortnight, they're going to earn that money, OK? So if they're going to come here, they're going to get it hard, very hard.
Nobody will argue with that. Let's hear for our gladiators. Raider, Rhino, and the mighty Warrior.
And earn it. You better believe it.
Now, Johnny, I understand that Mark has made an official complaint. What do you think about that?
Well, the problem arose because the ball was dropped, but it was dropped behind Rhino's back. He couldn't see it. As far as I'm concerned, it was a perfectly legal tackle, and the game was played beautifully, fairly, and very well.
So no cautions at all?
Absolutely not.
Thanks very much, John.
Thank you.
So after one event in the men's, Mark's on 4, Lawrence 2. Next up.
Standing at the foot of the hall, it's Sonya. And she's going to be chased by Zodiac. Also getting ready to climb, it's Mandy. She's going to be chased by Nightshade. Over to John Anderson.
Earlier, Mandy told us she'd come with a will to win.
Generally speaking, I don't like to even think about defeat, and I'm trying not to. I'm going to hate to lose, and I'm going to give it my best shot to make sure that I'm not in that position.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Mandy in pink, Sonya in yellow. First to the top, 10, second 5. Neither girl has been up the wall in competition before. And you know what's coming. Yes, the Gladiators. Nightshade on Mandy and Zodiac on Sonya. And it looks like Mandy's having the better climb. Sonya struggling over the overhang, looking ponderous with those hand grips. All the time, Zodiac closing it down. Zodiac negotiates the overhang, zeroes in. She's got a foot. Can Sonya hang on for the 5? Oh, Zodiac pulls her into space. Nightshade's got a piece of Mandy just inches from the top. This is going to be a test of strength. Nightshade with a better grip. Oh, a real nail-biter for the boyfriend, Andrew. Mandy showing real grit and determination. Nightshade can't shift her, like a limpet there. Going up to get a handle on her harness. Goes for the heave, and oh, she's lost her. Unlucky Nightshade, left like a wallflower. And the crowd love it, and Mandy's heading for the giddy heights of 10 points just in time. What a victory.
Congratulations. You just made it.
There was no way I was going to let her pull me off that wall. I wanted those 10 points. It was hard work. It's probably unlucky, but there you go.
You wanted those points badly, didn't you? And you got them. You got yourself your 10 points. Well done, Mandy.
Well, Nightshade, you actually had hold of her on a couple of occasions.
Yes, but she was quite a strong girl, and I had to actually climb up the harness to get her off because she was so strong. And I was attempting to climb up her body and attempt to take her fingers off, because that's the best way to do it when they're that strong. And I didn't do it, so I tried and I failed, but I don't want to do that again.
I bet you don't. And what about you, Sonya? First time up the wall?
First time, well, I thought I'd actually do it, but there's some big ones and thin ones. I hold of a thin one, there's no way I could hold on.
I suspect you were slightly nervous as well when you've had that feeling that she's coming after you.
Yes, because you can hear the crowd, and once you hear the crowd, you tend to go, you get all mixed up and just fumble as fast as you can. But I love the games, I like them.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Zodiac, what about you? You enjoy that one?
Yeah, that was great. It's my first time on the wall this season as well, so it was good to get up there again. I was a little bit rusty myself on the first half, but luckily caught up with her.
You certainly did. Let's hear it for Sonya and our two gladiators, Nightshade and Zodiac.
And after 2 events, Mandy climbs to 10. Sonya's still to score.
So we now move into the men's wall with Lawrence. And he's going to be chased by Trojan. Also raring to go, it's Mark. He's going to be chased by Cobra.
I get a kick out of you. Earlier today, Mark told us what he thought of his opponent's chances.
Lawrence is a good athlete. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. And I'm not the sort to underestimate him. I think he's going to do well. I wouldn't want to beat him, but I think it's going to be a good show. The person who wins that is going to be a very happy man, I think.
Contenders, you will go on my first whistle. Gladiators, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Well, David Copperfield could walk through it, and these guys need a bit of magic just to get up it. The wall. Mark in red, Lawrence in blue, and the Gladiators in full flight with Trojan on Lawrence and Cobra on Mark. And Trojan eating into Lawrence's lead, but Lawrence near the summit. Mark stalling a little, looks to have lost his rhythm. Oh, lost his grip. Cobra strikes. And look at Lawrence. Yarmo be there, up and over. He's at the top, and Mark's for the drop.
Lawrence, you got up. I can see by your face you wanted that badly.
It was close. I knew I had someone fast on my toes, and I just had to get up. I slipped once, and I knew I only had one more chance. I wasn't going to let it go.
Well done. You've got yourself your 10 points. Well done, Lawrence.
Well, Trojan, what can I say? The guy's fast.
It was very fast. I mean, I made one slip up there. I know Lawrence has been in a lot of pantos, and today he definitely played the genie.
Very good. Now, Mark, you did say you were a little bit worried about the wall before you went up there, but you did incredibly well, but nasty man behind you.
Yeah, I got a good start, and halfway I just lost it.
It was difficult. I think you were searching for some hand grips, is that right?
Yeah, well, one to hold on to anyway.
And you were fairly strong. I mean, it took a little bit of a while to be pulled off.
Yeah, I'm one of the smaller gladiators, so I need a little bit more weight training, I think, to be able to pull these guys off. I've been struggling lately. You cannot afford to have any errors on this wall, and unfortunately, he started stumbling about there, and I took advantage.
Well, that's your job. Let's hear it from Mark, for Cobra, and for Trojan.
Good work, as always, from Cobra. After 2 events, Mark stays on 4, Lawrence leaps to 12.
So still to come, Pyramid, Suspension Bridge and Gauntlet. Join us after the break here on Gladiators. Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham and to part 2, where we're just about to kick off with event number 3. Of the pyramid, it's Mandy and Sonya. And they're going to be facing Amazon and Jet. Over to John Anderson.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the stairway to heaven, and 10 points for hitting the top. Sonya breaking right. Jets crashing into Mandy. Amazon taking Mandy for a spin. And Jets sends Sonya on a crash dive. John Anderson ordering Amazon to obey the rules. Gladiators must release the contenders when they hit the mat. Amazon gets a grip again, taking the law into her own hands, and they both join the flying squad. Jet somersaulting Sonya to the deck like an acrobat. Great recovery by Jet, first up to guard her position. Here's Sonya. Amazon struggling to keep tabs on Mandy, just manages to drag her back down again. Oh, and Jet says that's Sonya as well. Jet, queen of the castle at the moment. Here comes Mandy. Amazon getting plenty of stick from the referee in this event, and she's lost her shoes. Jet dancing to cover Sonya. Amazon taking steps to roll Mandy to the bottom. This a really exhausting, energy-sapping event, and it's even tougher if you're actually taking part. Fancy meeting you here. Eugene relieved it's over.
Well, Mandy, I know you were hoping for a better game of pyramid than you had in the heats, but she's a tough one.
I thought Nightshade was bad because I couldn't get her to shift. That was 3 times as hard actually trying to drag Amazon down with me.
But I have to say, you did very well on a couple of occasions. You nearly managed to shake her off.
She was quick though. She just got hold of my feet and that was it.
Oh well, no points on this occasion, and no points either for you, Sonya. It was a tough one.
It's very, very tough. You're very, very lucky to get more than halfway. I don't think I got past the second step, test shoot, but it was a good physical game. That's what I like.
Oh well, let's hear it for Sonya and for Mandy.
Amazon, looked like you took a hefty knock there on the leg. What happened?
Well, I think it's really just the way you fall, and she happened to fall on my leg when it was on the floor, so my foot went one way, my knee went the other, but it'll be all right.
I must say, you defended the top very, very well. There was no space for her at all.
I lost my shoes. Did you see? My shoes are down here somewhere, and I wasn't getting very good purchase on the actual pyramid itself, so I was pleased that I kept her down.
Well done. Let's hear it for Amazon. Well done. Jet, up and down. Down, rolling over. Any injuries? No knocks?
No, nothing that I felt. I've got to quickly say the girls tried new tactics. They were crossing all the time. So that's a new one. Good one for the contenders. Good game.
Lovely. Thanks very much. Let's hear it for Jet and Amazon.
Gladiators keep a clean sheet, so the scores remain the same. Mandy 10, Sonya 0.
So we now move into the men's event with Mark and Lawrence. And they're going to be facing the Wolfman and Hunter.
Contenders, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1!
Not one contender has reached the top of the pyramid in this season of Gladiators. Will this be any different? Oh, Hunter rolls Mark down. But Mark snakes himself free and he's taking a pop at the top. He's going to get there for 10 points. No! A brilliant recovery by Hunter. One step from the top. Mark digging in. Hunter discards him. Mark again. Good tackle by Hunter. This time chucks him on the scrappy. Nice somersault. Wolf and Lawrence making it look more like come dancing. Hunter giving Mark a real mauling. Contenders getting a very rough ride here. Oh, Hunter rolling his man to the mat in slow motion. Wolf eats up Lawrence and spits him out. John Anderson remonstrates with Wolf. Mark's given Hunter the slip. Lawrence climbs back for more. Hunter grabs Mark, repulses him again. And Wolf swinging a right-hander at Lawrence. And Mark glad to hear that. And Wolf giving Lawrence helping hand to the floor after the whistle. The crowd with some timely advice for Wolf. And the Wolf accepts it with his usual charm. I wonder what makes them think that.
Oh, Mark, you were so close on a couple of occasions. You left him behind, but then it all fell apart.
Yeah, I made my break and I could see the top. I see the bottom, but he just grabbed hold of me and I was straight back down again.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I did actually, yeah.
And what about you? I'm sorry, Lawrence, you had to face that nasty-smelling wolf.
There's nothing worse, as they say, than a cornered wolf, and they're not wrong. Even tore my shirt. Foul play.
Oh, foul play. Never mind, no points on this occasion. Let's hear it for Mark and for Lawrence. And then like next time.
Well, Wolf looks as if he's appealing, but not to me, he's not.
There are rules of conduct and rules of behaviour. You broke both of them. Don't do it again. All right?
Every single game, I am completely innocent. I've never, ever done anything wrong, and he just picks on me. Every time.
Untamed, undomesticated, unruly, and no underarm deodorant either. They've mocked his hair, his sanity, and now his costume. After 3 events, Mark stays on 4, Lawrence on 12. Next event.
run the bridge is Mandy. And she's going to be facing a Falcon. Over to John Anderson.
Mandy Beecher is a plainclothes WDC, more used to having a truncheon than a hammerhead, stands 5'8", weighs in at 133 pounds. Compare those with Falcon stats and you'll see that the bird of prey is an inch shorter but a stone heavier.
3, 2, 1.
Detective Mandy charged a few people in her time, but never quite like this. Meets Falcon for the clash. Falcon parrying, standing her ground. It's 10 points to cross the bridge. Pushing her back. Oh, Mandy bails out. The Falcon forces her out of the nest. Mandy's boyfriend Andrew giving her a hand. She started strong, then it all went wrong. Flashman's down there.
Oh, Mandy. That was more like a pushing match, that one.
It's very unstable up there. It doesn't look it, but it's wobbling about. And that also, against Falcon, she is quite strong.
OK, let's hear it for Falcon and Mandy. Well done, girls. And next up, it's Sonya. And she's going to be facing a Panther.
What does Sonya's young family think about their mum tackling the Gladiators?
Quite frightening, really. I'm a little boy, because I have 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old. Now, the 5-year-old knows what's going on, that you actually, it's a game. Now, the 3-year-old's not very, very sure about it, but they quite liked it. It's quite exciting for them as well, yeah, especially for a mother. I'm the only mother left, so I'm hoping that it'll encourage more mothers to actually get up from your settees and do something, because it can be done.
Contender, ready! Gladiator, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Here comes Sonya. That hammerhead is her bridge club, looking to jab. Panther taking the fight to Sonya, but Sonya pushing back. Great offensive by Sonya. Oh, she's dropped her hammerhead just when it was going so well. Here's John Anderson.
Contender was unable to defend herself with a weapon. Verdict to the Gladiator.
Yes, drop your weapon and it's automatic disqualification. Sorry, Eugene, but the rules are quite clear. Sonya mounts a terrific attack. The hammerheads tangle up and Sonya's the first to release her weapon.
Well, Panther, you won. Not the way you wanted to win, but you still won.
Yeah, you had two angry ladies there. I did want to knock her off, but it just didn't happen tonight.
Now, I understand that she's a little bit of a hero of yours as well, isn't she?
Yes. When I started bodybuilding, this lady was a Miss Universe, and I always wanted to look like this lady, and I got there.
You certainly did, and you got your own back today. John Anderson, can you just come in and just tell us exactly why you made that decision?
Yes, John, the situation in this game is that each of the combatants must have a weapon to defend themselves. In this particular case, the contender dropped her weapon, and it would have been quite unfair to allow the Gladiator to beat someone who was unable to defend themselves. So in that case, the competition has to stop, and the winner has to be the Gladiator.
Thank you very much, Johnny. Well, Sonya, what do you think about that?
Well, we both very fiery anyway, so it was a really, and I admire this lady as well, you see. So there was a lot of high spirits up there, but I really enjoyed the game. I enjoy all the games anyway, so yeah.
It's just as well that John Anderson stopped it, wasn't it? Because I thought you were going to continue to push each other off.
We was actually, so we would have carried on probably.
Well done. Let's hear it for Sonya and Panther.
So after 4 events, still no change to the scores. Mandy 10, Sonya 0. And they look tasty. Possibly a little warrior of the future, building up his body. He's already got the smile.
Okay, you've seen the ladies. Now, let's watch the men. And the first up is Mark. And he's going to be facing the Rhino.
Mark Everitt, 24 years old, stands a formidable 6'2" and weighs in at 14 stones. And he'll be slamming up against the, oh no, it's Rhino, who is 4 inches shorter, but well over 3 stones heavier.
2, 1.
Mark goes out to play this more a toll bridge. The price Mark will have to pay to get to the other side, and the Rhino is certainly charging. Mark trying to mix it, but being forced back to where he came from. Mark's gone and brought the Rhino with him. It was good while it lasted, but no trumps on that bridge from Mark. More of the producer's excellent choreography here. See what I mean?
Mark, that was one heck of a tumble.
Yeah, I'm okay though.
Did you think you were going to get by? That was a heck of a match.
I thought I was like halfway past him, but like 18, 19 stone.
Well, we haven't seen anybody yet who's stronger than Rhino on the show. And I thought then you were going to push him back a little bit, but he pushed you back nearly onto your platform.
I know, yeah. I thought, when I was falling, I thought, well, at least I can pull him down with me.
Rhino, he stayed on longer than usual anyway.
Yeah, definitely. He done really well.
Well done, let's hear it for Rhino and Mark. Well done, guys. And the last of our contenders to run the bridge, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be facing the mighty Warrior.
And Warrior, quite frightening enough without that hammerhead. Lawrence Jean-Baptiste, 30 years old, impressive weights and measures, 6 feet tall, over 14 stone, but for all that, he's conceding a great deal. 5 inches in the height department and over 5 stones in weight. But will that height and weight difference be all that crucial? Oh, I think the answer's yes. Warrior, the one-hit wonder. His sisters think it's hilarious, but I doubt if Lawrence can see the joke. Here he comes for a chat with Flash. While Warrior turns from gladiator to cheerleader.
Wow, that hurts. Wow.
John, it hurt all right. Well, I wasn't going to hang around up there. It was do or die. I did not want to be playing around with him. But he's much more the stronger man. What can I say? I tried to use my speed. It didn't work. Maybe better luck next time. That bridge don't like me. That bridge does not like me. That's the second time that's happened.
Well, Lawrence, I've got to say, I don't think anybody expected us to hit you quite that hard.
No. Well, I was going to take it or leave it. I took it. Oh, wish I hadn't.
Well, you're still alive. That's the good news. Let's bring the big man in. The mighty Warrior. Warrior, you hit him hard.
Yeah, you know, these guys are the best of like 32,000 contenders, and these are the cream of the crop. And really, on events like this, I don't want to hang about up there because it's a very difficult event, as he'll say. That bridge is rocking and swaying. And I just want to get the job done as best I can. But these two are really good contenders, and I don't want to hang about.
You certainly haven't done any of that. Let's hear it for the mighty Warrior and Lawrence!
After that explosion of power, the men's scores remain 4-12 after 4. Next event.
So first up to run the gauntlet, it's Mandy. And she's going to be facing Vogue, Falcon, Jet, Lightning, and Panther. Over to John Anderson.
Contender ready! Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
Running the gauntlet in under 20 seconds, scores 10. In under 30, scores 5. And the traffic holding up the police is Vogue. Now it's Falcon with the power pads. Mandy could do with a blue flashing light in there. Oh, Falcon nearly flies her out of the gauntlet there. Now for Jet's eye view of the action, Mandy, like she's shoulder charging down a door. Straight into Lightning, and Lightning earthed very easily. Next it's Panther. Oh, the cat sat on the mat. A great gauntlet run from Mandy. Andrew and his friends love it.
Look of pain on your face.
Out of everything, that was the thing I really didn't want to do. I was dreading it, and it was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Well, it can't have been that bad. Let's have a look at your time.
26 seconds.
That means 5 points. Well done, Mandy.
Timekeeper Andy Norgate brings in the good news and cues the celebrations in the Beecher camp.
And next up, it's Sonya.
And a chance for a quick look at how Sonya measures up. A former bodybuilding Miss Universe, she stands 5'6" and just over 9.5 stones. Thumbs up.
Gladiators ready! 3, 2, 1.
And heads up, Sonya into the alleyway of aggravation, storms into Vogue. Vogue down, tries to recover, but Sonya through into Falcon. Oh, slips her as if she wasn't there. Incredible impact on Jet's ramrod. There's some real argy-bargy going on there. Jet containing her. No, Sonya ducks out onto Lightning. Lightning dishing out a generous portion with those power pads. Pushing her wide, pummeling her down. Sonya, a game girl. She's up for more. Next comes Panther. Sonya looks to give her the slip. Yes, she's through! Eugene loved that. Mind you, he didn't have to do it.
Now then, Sonya. You as if you meant business, and you did pretty darn well.
I needed the points. Because as you know, I've got nothing yet, so...
You've got absolutely nothing, but...
Absolutely.
Let's find out your time.
27 seconds.
You picked up your first 5 points.
And as Sonia's supporters celebrate, let's look at those scores. Mandy has charged her way to 15 and Sonia's barged her way to 5. Next it's the men, and first to run the gauntlet will be Mark. And here comes Warrior. Hello, what's going on here? It's going to be one of those eye-to-eye confrontations. Only in this case, it's more eye-to-nose.
And first up in the men's gauntlet, it's Mark. And he's going to be facing Warrior, Hunter, Cobra, the Wolfman, and Raider. Over to John Anderson.
Contender, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Mark steams into Warrior. Oh, the Warrior flattened. Hunter blinked and he missed him. Gover trying to put the brakes on. He slipped off as well. It's just Raider shoves him out of the way. One of the greatest gauntlets ever. Less than a second slower than 2 Scoops international record.
Did Warrior say anything to you when he went to psych you up there?
He said he's coming for me.
Well, he didn't live up to what he said. And, well, just having a quick look at that, the great news is 10 seconds, 10 points.
Excellent. I needed that. I'm into a chance again now.
You certainly are. Let's hear it from Mark. Sorry, that was a little bit of an empty threat there, Warrior, wasn't it, at the beginning?
Well, you know, you've got to do these things. He caught me off balance there. He got hold of me with his hands, actually, and... But he did very well. It's a big, strong lad, and this is what we like to see.
And very fast.
No veering. He did very well, OK? He did the business. All respect, man, all respect. He's took a bit of a bashing today, and he got his own back a little bit there, so well done, mate.
Let's hear it for Warrior. And for Mark, what's that?
Yes, we saw her earlier. Mark's fiancée, Frankie, plenty to smile about. And so has he.
Next up against the Mean Machine, it's Lawrence.
Earlier, I suggested to Lawrence that the Glads gave him a rough ride last time out.
Well, I don't know about a hard time last time round. They all gave us a hard time, no matter how you want to look at it. This time, there's 5 in particular I'm not looking forward to seeing, and that's when I'm running the gauntlet, to be quite honest. I don't want to meet any of them. But alas, I'm going to have to do my best and see how far I can get.
He was smiling then, but he's not smiling now.
Ready!
And there's one good reason why. And there are the others.
3, 2, 1.
Warrior won't be caught napping this time. Lawrence will pass at his peril. Warrior doing an excellent delaying job. Oh, hoiks him out of the gauntlet. Referee stops it. Sister Barinthia there. Oh, if looks could kill. So it's back to square one for Lawrence with 7 seconds already elapsed. He attacked Warrior forcefully. Lawrence nimble, but Warrior was just fast enough to hoik him over and out. So Lawrence with only 13 seconds to score maximum points.
3, 2, 1.
Lawrence takes a flyer at Warrior. Oh, flattens Hunter. Oh, he's knocking him down like 9 pins. Floors Wolf in 1. Straight into Raider. But Raider can't hold him. Fantastic gauntlet from Lawrence. Oh, and Raider rattled and he retaliated. Disgraceful from a Gladiator. I've never seen such appalling behaviour in 4 seasons of competition. Completely and utterly out of order.
Lawrence obviously disappointed with that restart because there was no way you were going to get through there in 13 seconds.
Well, all I know is I got through, and that's all I was interested in. And it was hard.
Very hard. And let's just bring our timekeeper in, Andy Norgate, to find out what your time is.
It's 20.70 seconds.
Oh, that's a little bit painful, isn't it?
Never mind.
Well, you picked up 5 points.
Did my best.
You certainly did. Good run. Let's hear it for Lawrence.
Great run by Lawrence, marred by that appalling incident.
Red card. Retaliation is not allowed. Off.
And Raider now, as a result of that, will be excluded from the next show and fined. Those are the rules.
Come on, you're picking on the guy. The guy was kicking him on the floor. What's the matter with that referee?
I don't think having Wolf as a character witness will help his cause. At this point, Lawrence has already skittled over 4 gladiators. Raider tries to flatten him. Lawrence gets upended, and John Anderson bravely intervenes. After 5 incident-filled events, Mark's on 14, Lawrence on 17.
Wow, what a game. If you want more action like that, you better join us after the break here on Gladiators. Where it's Eliminator time. Now in the women's competition, Sonya's on 5 points, Mandy's ahead on 15 points. That's a 10-point difference, giving Mandy a 5-second head start. Fash is with the girls.
Thanks, Holly. Well, Sonya, you've got 5 seconds to make up. Where do you think you're going to make up those valuable seconds?
It doesn't matter where you make them up, as long as you make them up before you finish. So it doesn't really matter where you make them up. So I'm just going to go for it, and that's all. 5 seconds is not a long time at all.
That's right, you're right there. Mandy, 5 seconds you've got. Is it enough?
Well, I hope so. 5 seconds is a reasonable lead, but I've got to keep my head, I've got to keep cool, because as we've seen time and time again, anything can happen, and this really is the Eliminator.
Worried about any particular part of the Eliminator?
Just getting to the end in one piece.
I'm sure you'll do that. Mandy, Sonya, with you both, all the best.
And there's Mandy's mum, Noreen, can hardly bear to watch. This for a place in the semi-finals of Gladiators.
Mandy, you will go on my first whistle. Sonya, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Mandy Beecher from Ware, a 28-year-old detective constable at Islington. Last eliminated time, 1:15. Here comes Sonya Walker, 33-year-old Burnley mother of 3. Her last eliminated time at 1:22. Mandy using the feet up first technique, comfortably onto the hand ladder. Sonya on the rope, and up. And Mandy finishes the hand ladder just as Sonya begins it. Steps lively across the rolling beams and into the nets. Losing her footing there. Brother Justin in the hat reproaching that mistake. Sonya on the rolling beams. Mandy untangled but losing valuable time. Not a good cargo net for her. Sonya clawing it back. Sonya's husband Eugene likes what he sees. But Mandy will be the first to the zip as Sonya reaches the top of the net. Here she comes, splashdown for a great landing. Sonya on the zip. Sonya's son Jules there. Oh, a suicide splashdown from Sonya. Mandy on the balance beam. Her job has trained her to keep cool under pressure. Safely across. Now for the big one. And you know she's got to do it in one. Here she comes up the travelator. She's there. Mandy Beecher dives at the rope and into the semi-finals. I think they like that. Here comes Sonya, a great contender. And Lucien in tears.
Mandy Beecher, I'm delighted to tell you that you're through to our semi-finals. Yay! It was a close eliminator because, in fact, Sonya did almost catch you up at a couple of stages.
Had a bit of a nightmare on the cargo net. Had to try and keep my composure. And all due respect to Sonya, she really had to catch me up today because it was quite a good start. But I made it. I'm really, really pleased to be here.
Let's hear it for Mandy Beecher. Well done. Congratulations.
And Mandy, Sonya, the cargo net, you nearly caught her up.
I thought I'm there. I got my foot stuck in the cargo net, but I really, really want Mandy to. We've got very, very good friends, and I really, really want Mandy to do well, hopefully in the finals. And I've enjoyed it, and I'd like to say a big thank you to someone very, very important in my life, and that's my husband, and he'll always believe I'm #1 no matter what. I love you.
Thanks very much. Off you go. Say hello to your fans, Sonya. Let's hear it for Sonya!
And look at that. Not a dry eye in the place. And who can blame them? Oh, and Mandy already back on the job. Evening all. Both girls being acclaimed for proving they've got what it takes.
So now it's time for the men's eliminator, where Lawrence has earned himself a 1.5-second head start. And looking back now, Mark, you must be so delighted you picked up 10 points in Gauntlet.
Yeah, I was surprised, but it's just given me something to fight for now.
And a second and a half, as you know, goes incredibly quickly.
There's not a lot in it, a lot can happen, but I'll give it my best.
Well, the best of luck to the two of you, and I'll see you both at the very end. Good luck.
For a place in the semi-finals, Mark Everitt versus Lawrence Jean-Baptiste.
Lawrence, you will go on my first whistle. Mark, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Lawrence, a 30-year-old dancer and model from Watford. His last eliminator took 57 seconds. Mark Everitt, 24-year-old textile machinist from Boston, is right with him. He's run it in 1 minute, 1 second. Vanessa and Berinthia on their feet as both guys pump the handbike with incredible speed. Lawrence, if anything, extending his lead, sprints across the rolling beams onto the net. Mark on the beams. Mark's fiancée Frankie there. It's agony for her. Lawrence will hit the top first. Mark looks to be clawing it back. And it's onto the zips. Lawrence first. There's no room for mistakes. Mark is right behind him. Vanessa and Berinthia, it's all too much for them. Lawrence sprinting across the balance beams and up onto the travelator. He pumps it up to the top. Oh, he slipped! And Mark is taken over. He's gone through. He's stolen it. And Lawrence family can't believe it, and neither can Mark's fantastic excitement.
Oh, my goodness. That will probably go down in history as one of the most exciting eliminators we've had here. I mean, I bet you thought you'd lost it.
It was the closest contest of my life. I didn't think I had it then, but when I see Lawrence trip, I thought I'm going to take advantage. And that was it.
You've had a great show here today. You've had some great support behind you. The bad news is you've got to come back for our semi-finals.
All right, wicked.
We look forward to seeing you. Let's hear from Mark Everitt. Well done.
Lawrence, I don't know what you're saying, but I'll tell you one thing. People are going to watch that over and over and over again. That was so close.
Well, from the moment I knew I was matched up with Mark, to me it felt like a final. He deserved it. We both did well. I wanted it maybe a little bit too much, but these things happen. Like I said, anything can happen.
Do you know where you actually lost it? Can you remember?
Oh, I can remember all right. Virtually one step short of being at the top. But I gave it my all. Our supporters, thank you. Thank you all. And all, before I disappear, one more thank you to Jay Nichols, Oliver and Winston for their dietary advice and their fitness advice. It got me this far.
Well done. Off you go. Say hello to your supporters and thank them. Let's hear it for Lawrence.
And the 7,000-strong crowd rises to give these two contenders a fully deserved standing ovation. There's Mark's nan, Doris, and Lawrence with his sisters.
So Mark and Mandy go through to our semi-finals.
That's right, but don't forget, next week, it's our last quarter-final.
We're looking forward to it already. Join us here on Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
You gotta be strong, you gotta be on your guard, because this is the land of the gladiators. So get on up and show your stuff. Samson, Atlas, and Hercules, they ain't got nothing on the gladiators' expertise. So come and tussle with the muscle, tussle with the muscle. There's a rumble in the jungle, there's a rumble in the jungle. Are you ready? Ready? Are you ready? Ready? Are you ready? 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 Let's go! Let's go! Music with more muscle.